Hi, Kawita. How are you doing?
I am doing very well, actually. Well, it's been a while since the lockdown, so
Yeah.
it's been about 2 months now in Thailand. But I've had some projects coming up, so I am producing some works at home, and my studio's at home, so that's quite lucky for me.
Where are you based right now?
Can Oh, I am based in Bangkok right now.
Bangkok.
I am happy working because it's
Yes,
what I love to do,
of course.
but also it's sort of a good time to stop and reflect of what I've been doing for the past 8 years, and sort of pinpoint and connecting all the dots, connecting all the researches that I have
Mhm,
been working on,
mhm,
and the past series of work was called Performing Textiles,
mhm,
which was about the labor behind the fashion and textile industry, especially female
mm,
labor.
okay.
So for example, this one is called the spinning wheel. So when I went to the factories to interview the laborers and workers, um, and there were also protests that I went, and a lot of the female workers were saying that they felt like as if they were machines or they were tools, and they were treated as objects or tools. And I
Mm,
think that I wanted to express that feeling from them, or express those words from them into the artwork. So for this series, I sort of turned into the textile machine in the textile factory. For example, this one is called the spinning wheel, and this one is called shuttle. So for shuttle, this one is for me acting as the sort of the human shuttle in the human weaving machine, and sort of weave um, the whole fabrics with my body, as if you're not human, to be
mhm,
dehumanized, to be treated as tools or machines. So after creating those works, so both video works and
mhm.
performance work, I I had a big break towards the end of last year, um, and I decided that I wanted to create a new series, because I realized that not only it's not only the garment workers or the laborers in the factories that are affected by mass production of fast fashion
Mhm.
in the fashion and textile industry, but also the before that process, before the factory process. I think that there are a very serious issue with textile agriculture
Mhm.
behind the fast fashion industry, especially for cotton farming. So I went to India, um, and I stayed with the farmers. I stayed with the Indian farmers, cotton farmers, to ask them questions, to interview them, and to see what are the reasons behind their serious issue, their problems. Because I think from what I have known, um, each year, 7,000 cotton farmers committed suicide
Oh no.
by drinking pesticides
Mm,
and fertilizers,
oh,
because of overstressing,
mm,
and because of a lot of debts. So this picture
yes.
are the Indian cotton pickers.
Mhm,
They are all female, because um, the wages are half price from the male. I wanted to create the work about the process, the long and enduring process behind the agriculture work, behind
mhm,
the hard work. So this is sort of the rough sketch for the performance work,
mhm,
um, in which I I act as the tool where you use to dig the ground in order to grow something. The idea was for me to use my body and to use my hands and also face to go up and down, in dig into the ground and to create the movement of that actual tool, which is a very, very, like heavy metal tool. Yeah. So this is the sketch for how am I going to tell the mechanics what to do with this work. I've been recently made during the pandemic. And I think this was February until March, and now I'm sort of editing some sounds, and so I came up with the idea of what soil I should use, and I thought something hard and something very, very rough, and for me to use my bare hand and face to go in and dig would sort of create this sense of danger in everyday life, this sense of endurance, sense of violence, and unkind treatment that they have to face every day. So I created the sort of the structure in which I put the soil in the middle, and then I act as the spade. And the action goes up and down and digging into the ground and coming up again, using my bare hands. And this one is about 16 minutes of performance.
Okay. Wow. Well, I want to say thank you for your time and for all the explanations.